Project Eve, revealed only 3 years ago, doesn't have a release date just yet, but the Korean studio in charge went on and actually unveiled the longest look yet at what this whole thing will do to you. That's right, the Action plus 18 Souls Goddess releases onto consoles and PCs at some point next year at its earliest. Check out Bayonetta.
지하 시설, 방공호 같은 건가?
여긴 지하철역이야. 사람들을 태우고 거미줄처럼 도시를 누비던 교통수단이지. 뭐 다 지난 얘기지만 말이야. 잠깐이. 네이티브가 시체에 기생하고 있다니. 매복이야! 그날 이후 지성의 도시들은 모두 예비처럼 폐허가 됐어. 잘나신 분들은 우주로 달아나고 나가는 놈들은 이곳에 버려졌지.
마더스피어의 구원을 아직 기다리고 있는 거야.
이브 조심해. 전방에서 뭔가가 곧 무너지겠어.
Game Science China developers said Black Myth Wukong is on its way to PCs and consoles by 2023. At its latest though, which is insane considering they just shifted engine from Unreal 4 to 5 just a few months ago. Anyway, Black Myth, one of the most, if not the most anticipated Souls-like game of 2021, is an action RPG at heart based on the story of the Monkey King himself. Elden Ring releases January 21st next year, and it is coming to all storefronts on every single platform except Switch. I mean, come on, it looks like 100 plus gigabytes already. Anyway, Elden Ring as a first-timer from Demon Souls folks in From Software is gonna be an open world game with new elements and new designs to keep things even fresh. Here's some gameplay trailer in case you've missed it earlier.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition, someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight, and they will die in an unending curse. Be born.
Grat, blossomed into fortune by hands of craftsmen.
What if From Software, who started this whole Souls-like thing, made a Pinocchio game? I actually read it somewhere, this thing though. Check out Life of P. A Souls-like action RPG inspired by Pinocchio. Really quick, this title doesn't have a release date or window just yet, but it'll be released on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and PCs when it's done. Check it out.
I too have fallen. In this graveyard, I must find it. That is my fate.
So last year, the Chinese developers Game Science came up with Black Myth, Wukong I mentioned earlier, which was impressive, like I mentioned. So more Chinese developers came up with more ideas. Here's Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, an open human action RPG developed by Lindsay Games, taking just too many notes from Bloodborne and Sekiro that it kinda sucks. Here's a gameplay, I suggest you just skip it. The release for this game also is yet to be announced. Edge of the Abyss Awakening, on the other hand, is an adventure game that combines third-person action, Middle Ages, roguelite random elements, and RPG strategy selection. That's according to Steam anyway. I'm assuming it's according to its game page, official page by the way, where it also says this game is coming to PC soon. Anyway, my guess is that this game is also taking a few clues from games such as Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. In any case, this is what it looks like. Just make sure to stay tuned for a release date. Developed by Reply Game Studios, here we have Soulstice, on its way to PCs, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S at some point next year. Coming out of Modest Games, by the way, Soulstice is an action-adventure Dark Souls meet Devil May Cry with Nier Automata / Bayonetta vibes, in which case you're new to...
So that we may face this evil as one.
For we were created to stop it.
We stand to face the darkness.
Where one would fall.
No, apparently we're getting a release date for Bleak Faith as well this year. Soon, actually, here. Bleak Faith Forsaken, for those of you new, is an open world, Souls-like, I'd have to say the closest any game could get in this list to Elden Ring, even though this one's actually even older. And it's not bad at all either, just stay tuned for a few months, we'll definitely get a finished product or release date as well. Chrono Odyssey, on the other hand, an MMORPG targeting mobile platforms and PCs, was said to be coming out next year with a specific release date to be announced this year. Chrono Odyssey appears to play a lot like Souls-like games, but at the same time it's the works of InPixel, who worked on games such as Blue Protocol pretty lately. In any case, though, here's the game's announcement teaser. Inspired by the likes of Dark Souls, however, here we have Rot in a Porcelain Dream, a 2.5D tag team action-adventure game that combines exploration and fighting game mechanics a lot. Sadly, we also don't have a release date for Rot as well, other than it's hitting PCs only for just now, but it's definitely one worth the wait, especially even if you're a fan of Castlevania games, so just make sure to check it out. Project Relic is currently slated for release early 2023. Basically means there's a lot of time for them to fine-tune this game to almost perfection. But what it is a game, it's a Souls-like multiplayer out of another Korean developer, Project Cloud Games this time, and it's not looking bad either. Check it out in case you've missed it. This one's also aiming PCs and consoles in the future. Some actual good news. Thymesia releases December 7th this year, and it is only coming to PCs. Wow, that shifted really quickly. Anyway, this one's definitely one to keep an eye out for, especially now since we haven't released it, only just a few months away. Thymesia is an action RPG with fast-paced combat. I have to say something for the, hardcore folks looking for a bit of a challenge here and there, and it works. Just check it out. As in the case of Steelrising, with quick update by the way, this game is now slated for release June next year. Actually, now only to the next generation. The new generation of consoles, in addition to PCs, has the consoles excluded. Quite new to this one, myself, I have to admit, but by the looks of it, it looks like there's a lot to look forward to, especially when it comes to its developers, Spikers. It's a tiny bit like Viper. Anyway, here's how this game actually looks.
When you wake up on an unknown planet after being frozen for 350 years.
At Gamescom this year, a Prague-based development studio came up with an RPG going by this Last Oricru, which is a bit on the traditional side of Souls-like scenario, but not really. It's actually got a sci-fi prem on a whole other planet, so a release for this game is yet to be announced, but a 2022 window at this point is others to it. It's also coming to PCs and consoles at the same time.
Wardania is full of secrets, hidden technologies, battles to be fought. Stories to be told. My stories.
Last but not least, Project Lilith is a dark fantasy Souls-like as suggested by its official page, coming to Steam at some point next year. We can wishlist the game right now. Project Lilith is mostly about combat, which is brutal. It's stuff management and exploration for a bit of a touch, which is nice when you're looking for loot, which this game has plenty. Just check it out in case you've missed it, and make sure to stick around for a precise release date over here.